Hey guys, welcome to this video. Now if you tuned into this video, you are probably someone who knows how to program an Arduino quite well, interface some sensors, interface some chips, probably design a circuit as well and get shit done. But oftentimes you must be finding yourselves limited to those sensors and chips of which only Arduino libraries are available. Well, I was that guy 4 years ago. I remember this one time when I was working for this Korean guy who had a startup, and this was like a commercial project. But I told him, well, I'm just getting started, so we'll need a senior engineer on this. So he finds us a nice senior electrical and embedded systems engineer from Taiwan. And then I start talking with the senior engineer, and he's like, what controller are you using for this project? I tell him the name of the controller, and then he's like, okay, what toolchain are you using? And then I'm like, sorry, what's the toolchain? Then he's like, oh, okay, I need to deal with this guy with some patience. And he's like, okay, fine. What programming IDE do you use? And I'm like, oh, I use the Arduino IDE. And then he's like, oh yeah, Arduino IDE. Yeah, we use that to teach kids over here. And I'm like, okay. So I took that as an insult for good. I slowly stopped using Arduino and started using things like an STM32. What followed next was a whole new world, exploration of a whole new world of embedded systems. And trust me, I know that because, well, I have a master's degree now in embedded systems. So then I was no longer limited to those chips and sensors of which only Arduino libraries are available. So this video series is going to be all about how to actually program an STM32, and we'll be using an STM32F303RE for this one, but it doesn't really matter which STM32 you're using or which development board you're using. It can be the Discovery series, it can be the Nucleo series, or any other controller in this Nucleo series, or it can be also those cheap ones which are available on AliExpress, and they only need a serial wire debug programmer, which looks like this. So without any further ado, let's get started. Now in this video, I'll be only showing you how to get started with the installation of the programming IDE, which is the STM32 Cube IDE. Quite straightforward process, downloading the software, getting the correct one and installing the drivers and just getting you started. This series is going to be of, I don't know, 9 or maybe 10 to 15 videos, and the second video won't be directly of the blinking video or GPIOs and stuff. We need to learn more stuff about the processor and the processor architecture before we actually get into the blinking. But let's get started with this video first, and then we can quickly jump to the second and third video.
Alright, so I'm just going to type STM32 Cube IDE in the Google search bar, and we are going to visit the first link, which is the official ST website. And here we go. This is the STM32 Cube IDE's landing page. Now, an interesting side note, STM32 Cube MX is a software which helps us in configuring the microcontroller in terms of, well, basically everything, the peripherals, the pinouts, the clock speed, etc. Then the STM32 Cube MX generates a certain code structure and code folder which can be used by an IDE, say for example TrueStudio or Keel, etc. But in the STM32 Cube IDE, both of these features are right away inbuilt, so you don't need two separate softwares. So I'm going to scroll down and select the Windows installer, select the latest version, and I'm not going to read all of the terms and just click on accept. Sometimes your download gets started right away, sometimes you can get it in an email sent by ST, and here we go. So I'm going to save. Now after your file has been downloaded, I'm just going to right click and extract it. And here is the executable installation. Yes, please. Next, I agree. So this installer also installs all the drivers which are required by a Windows machine to recognize your Nucleo board. And here we go, the installation has been completed. Yes, please create a desktop shortcut for me. And here we have the STM32 Cube IDE. So this creates a workspace folder where you will be having all sorts of code folders of your different projects. So this is gonna be my directory. You can move this directory to any place you prefer. I'm gonna hit launch. And here we go. We have completed the setup of the STM32 Cube IDE. Now, that's all for this video. In the next video, we'll be taking a deep dive in our STM32 Nucleo 64 board, which is the F303RE, and I'll be telling you more about the features, the peripherals, and all the powerful stuff this board is capable of. So that's all for this video. Make sure you subscribe so that you'll be updated with the next video in the series.